Hello friends, welcome again. In this video we will discuss about returns to scale. This concept is a part of production function which belongs to long run. As we know, all the production factors can be changed in long run. The relationship between inputs and output in long run is called returns to scale. As we have studied earlier, the short run production function, that is called the law of variable proportion, where some factors are fixed and some factors are constant, but in long run all the factors can be changed. In long run the ratio of inputs remains constant because all the production factors are changed in same proportion. During this analysis, we keep the prices of production factors constant. Now there are three types of returns to scale. First is constant return to scale, second is increasing returns to scale, and the third one is diminishing or decreasing returns to scale. First we will see constant returns to scale. It refers a situation where output increases or decreases exactly in the same proportion in which inputs are increased or decreased in long run. We can say if inputs are doubled, output will also be doubled. Or if inputs are increased by 10%, output will also increase 10%. Cobb-Douglas production function is a good example of constant return to scale. As the prices of factor remains constant, so this law works. Here we have a diagram which shows constant returns to scale. In this diagram, we have taken x factor on x-axis and y factor on y-axis. And there are three different iso product curve and a scale line OR. M and P are 3 points which shows producers equilibrium. As you are able to see, to increase output from 10 to 20 units, the producer have to increase factor x and factor y. And if the producer want to increase more production, and if he want to go from 20 to 30 units, again he have to increase both factors, but the amount is same, as x1 is equal to x1 x2 and y1 is equal to y1 y2. Now we will see increasing returns to scale. In this situation, output increases more than the increase in inputs. When inputs are increased 10% and output increases more than 10%, it is called increasing returns to scale. Or we can say, to double the output we need inputs less than double. In long run, a producer faces economies and diseconomies of production. Increasing returns to scale occurs due to economies of production. Here we have a diagram which is showing increasing returns to scale. As you are able to see, the difference or the gap between iso product curve is continuously decreasing. It means to increase the same amount of production, we need less and less amount of increased production factor. So here x1 is greater than x2 is greater than x2 x3. So this represent increasing returns to scale. Now we will see diminishing returns to scale. When output increases less than the increase in inputs is called diminishing returns to scale. It means to make the production or output double, if inputs are needed more than double, and this will indicate diminishing returns to scale. We can say if inputs are increased 10% but production or output increases less than 10%, that situation will be of diminishing returns to scale. This happens because of economies of production are less than diseconomies of production. Here the diagram is showing decreasing returns to scale. As you are able to see, the difference or gap between ISO product curve is continuously increasing. That indicates that to increase the same amount of output, the producer need more and more amount of both the factors. So this situation shows decreasing returns to scale. That's all for today's video. Thank you.